Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Lion of Code. I am One Lion. Hello, Dukasoft. Coming in with our first joke of the day. Two peanuts were walking down the street. One was assaulted. Classic. Hello, Apoc. He screams. Yeah, I don't know if I can play those on purpose. Dukasoft came. Thank you for the bits, Dukasoft. Thank you for saying hello for APOC. Sure, update on clothes. I'm broke. No worries. No worries whatsoever. It is never expected, never required. I need to move stuff around. I need to get my browsers ready. We got this browser. Make sure that it's connected to chat. It is. We got what else do we got? We got this browser, which is the one that we're going to be doing our work in. That goes over here. Go ahead and open up Figma. So I was in a post daily stand-up meeting until about 5 minutes before the stream start. And I usually get a snack before the stream, but if I don't get the snack, it doesn't really matter all that much. But today I was super duper hungry. And thank you so much for the gift sub. Oh my goodness, Dukasoft. You're being very polite. Not polite. You're being very kind today. You're being very polite. Really appreciate it. Arigato. Where did my mouse go? I really don't like it when that happens. My mouse cursor becomes invisible. Like I can see it, I can see evidence that I'm moving it around the screen, but the cursor itself is invisible. And I don't know why. Okay, I need that one open. Maybe Alt Tab will help. And I need this one open. And I got my cursor back. Weird. So weird. And I need to turn off chat from multi-stream because I get confused easily. All right, we're back here. Cursor swarm? Yeah, that would be helpful actually. What happens when your cursor disappears? You get 1,000 of them. That'd be nice. Okay, I think we are ready to show this screen. So what we have been working on lately, well, I guess since maybe 10 streams after I got my new job, we started on this financial management tracker stream project, and we finished the majority of it. And what I was wanting to do is, now that we have the full app completed-ish, we know all of our UI components, we know the functionality, kind of the look and feel of it. I wanted to revamp the entire UI UX stuff. So we are doing user interface design, as well as keeping in mind the user experience itself. And the place that we started on yesterday was picking apart each of our screens and turning the parts and pieces of it into components. So here we have the hero splash. Here we have cards. I guess not just cards, specifically the cards that are going to be used on the landing page. I wonder if I need to just make a generic card. Like the way that we would make a templated card. How would we do that? Well, let's get started. Let's find out. But yeah, so I want to improve the UI design and the user experience itself. So we are doing a whole bunch of design work, something that I am not strong at, but I want to get better at. So we're going to try that together. If anyone has any kind of recommendations for directions that I should go, for the approach that I should be taking instead of the direction I am going or approach that I am taking, I am all ears. But yeah, there's that. So, my card base, that's what I'm going to make, a card base, because base is the future. Get this thing sized. Oh, I guess the place that I really wanted to start was on move, collapse. How do I collapse pages? Oh, there we go. Was creating a frame for my card base. And again, I don't know if frames are the right thing to use when you're creating an individual component as opposed to a group, but my intuition says that you frame each individual component and then you can put your component group inside of another frame, your component variants and stuff. Oh, right. So then the card itself needs to be constrained in all directions, left and right, top and bottom, so that if I select the frame and I resize it, then my background will stay relative to it. Man, I am not wording good today. I will do better. It's been a fun day so far. I'm working on some new features that we're trying to get integrated into our work product for my day job, and it's been fun. It's hard. It's taking a lot of trying to understand what approach was being taken so that I could at least try out the things that we're trying to add. So vague. So vague. Anyway, let's try for 3. No, not you. Not the frame. Not the frame. What the frame? You. You will get a corner radius of about 3. Kind of looks like it's a much bigger corner radius. Excuse me, what's your corner radius? 16. 16. Oh man, an entire font size. Anyway, hi, welcome. Hope you're having a great day so far. Okay, so for our card base, we need a few things. We have our background. It's gonna get a shadow. Yeah, drop shadow. Is it gonna be a dark drop shadow? I don't know. Excuse me, what's your drop shadow? It's a stroke. No, that's the border. Where's your actual shadow? It's on the computer. It's that wasn't even the right quote. It's on the... How is that possible? It's on the components frame. I'm very confused. If we put it on the frame, I'm afraid that we're going to get a square drop shadow. So let me take it off of the rectangle. What I mean is that we have rounded corners on our rectangle that I would like to preserve in the drop shadow. I'm all looking in close. Yeah, that's weird. So even though I'm putting it on the frame itself, it's applying to the rectangle. What happens if I put another rectangle inside of it? Interesting. I did not know that. So I think I learned a thing. If you put a drop shadow on a frame, then it will, in essence, only apply the shadow to pixels. The perimeter of the pixels. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It won't put a shadow on transparent spaces. I am not making very much sense. There, now we'll be able to see it better. So if I move this rectangle behind the other one, then we'll see that the drop shadow is still only following the perimeter. That's cool. So then what happens if, I love testing things, what happens if we make the transparency for this go all the way down to 0? When it gets to 0, it gets no drop shadow. I wonder if we can use that. Anyway, 100% please. Actually, we don't even need this. That was just there for testing stuff. Okay, well, I learned a thing. So our card is going to be a customizable card, a templatable card. And I want a lot, yeah, lots of UI stuff. I want a lot of customization with this so that when we use this card, we can choose what we want as the content of the card. So what I mean by that is we can have a card that just has text only. We can have a card that has a title, a body, and footer, in which the title and footer are optional pieces. We can have it to where the footer is a button footer. We can have it to where it is a question, so it has a yes and no question. Yes, no, cancel even. Message dialog. I'm using Free Figma, yes. And you can see that here where it tells me I only have 3 total pages that I can use. And that's why I'm doing everything on the same page that we did our original design on. Hi Deflux, I hope you're having a great day. I will most likely be talking slow, not on purpose, but just because I can't process stuff. Like, I'm hit and miss these days. Like, when is my brain gonna cooperate with me? I think the thing that's making it hard for my brain to want to do anything is this is design work, and I'm not great at design. I don't really enjoy it as much as implementing someone else's amazing design. I leave it to the professionals to do. They make some cool stuff. Oh yeah. And then we're gonna need light and dark mode versions of them. I forgot about that. That's gonna be fun. Having a good day? Hope you're having a good day as well. Yeah, I am. I am having a fantastic day. I was saying earlier that I'm getting to, we're adding functionality to the product that we're making for our client. And so that's always fun. But at the same time, I'm also trying to clean up the UI there. Oh man. I was wanting to do a thing. Sidebar, because again, UI work. Do I really want to do this? Yesterday, where did he post it? No, Wednesday. Thindle told me about burritos, which I had never heard as a term, but apparently it's a term. And I was making some faces, apparently, that Dukasoft happened to catch, and he turned me into a burrito. Ah, dang it, Belent, that is such. I've stopped reacting to the kitten video pictures that Belent and Thindle and anyone else who posts in the cat channel. I mean, in the pet love channel. Which is pretty much the cat channel. Oh, it was in the pet love channel. Yeah. Anyway, I've stopped reacting to them because I don't know. I love to react to them. It's just an extra little bit of time every day. And I'm trying to maximize my time, aren't I? As I'm sitting here. Anyway, this is a burrito. It is a kitten wrapped up in a blanket, a towel, a sock, apparently. I don't know if it's like just something he came up with or if this is like pop culture, if this is normal people stuff. Burrito. I think it's a real thing. I googled it, and it's a thing. It's a real thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And again, in my brain, I am assuming that these are responsible pet owners and they know that their kittens like this and they're not torturing them. I mean, look at this one. It's passed out. It's passed out. Disco. Disco, disco, disco. Disco this way, disco that way. Like if you need to, or man, I missed a bunch. I'm having a good day. Read that one. We need to extrapolate. Like if you need to be detained by police, I think this should be an option instead of handcuffs. It's called a straitjacket. It comes in packs of 3. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, what? So anyway, we have an uncute version of it that Dukasoft made, which looks like this. And so what I was trying to do is make a copy of this where, you know, my head isn't cut off at the top and it's more centered. You can see the whole thing. Get rid of the background, although seeing more cat is something I don't want to get rid of, but I don't mind getting rid of doggo. Anyway, you're not going to jail. You're going to upgrade your life. Heck yeah. You're going to rehab for ODing on cuteness. Oh. So anyway, I wanted to grab that. And I was going through my, this was going somewhere. I was going through my VOD to try to find this moment. or at least something where I've got my head turned and my eyebrows furrowed and I look concerned, so that I could do it too. And I couldn't. But what I found out is at the very beginning of my video, during the opening, my hand was up here scratching some point on my head for like 5 minutes almost. And it was just up here doing this. And I remember doing it. Wow, this sucks. And I remember doing it, and I don't really, like, I'm used to paying attention to what my body is doing, but I'm just completely blind to what I'm doing when I'm giving my intro. And when my hand goes up to my head, it went up to my head like 80 times between when I started looking through the video and getting to that point. Just saying, it was weird. It's very weird. Moving on. So I was trying to do that so that we could maybe turn that into an emoji, because it's something the community came up with and I like it a lot. So we might have a new emoji as soon as I can find a good... Actually, you know what? I may as well make a screenshot. Yeah, all I had to do was just take a picture of myself with my head positioned the way that it should be. But it wouldn't be as cool as taking the one that Dukasoft found, because that's more personal to you guys. It's more involving you in the creative process. Oh my goodness, I am so railing against doing UI design. So we have our card base. The next thing that we want is do it. Heck yeah, I really want to, and I will. I have the Photoshop file still open on my mobile studio. I just need to find a good picture, or a good still from one of our streams.
Make it so.
I heard a thing in my ear. That was creepy. Was that the song? Do I have multi-stream unmuted? I don't have multi-stream unmuted. That was creepy. Oh, it was a Make It So. It was Jean-Luc Picard. Oh my gosh. I got scared for a second. I thought I was hearing things. Usually I can tell when I'm hearing things. Alright, duplicate. Here is our next card. So our next version of the card. It's so addictive. So addictive. Oh my gosh. I could just see his toothlessness. Card base. Header equals true. Yeah, I think that's how it works. We found out before. What is the syntax for this, please? Where are my components? Oh, right here. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is the syntax I'm looking for. Probably should do that first. So let's come up with all of the properties that we want on this. They're going to be header, footer, gosh, how are we going to give the type? Oh, we call it type, right? Type. We're going to call this one base. And then we'll have a message dialog and a question dialog. use buttons. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to find out what else we're going to put in there. Again, if anyone has any tips and tricks for Figma on how I actually should be doing this, I am open to suggestions. I will keep soliciting. Okay, so this one is going to be height base with a header true, no footer. And I think maybe if we drag it over the whole size and set our left and right top only, and maybe I can add some padding. Wait, don't go away, because I didn't put placeholder text in here. The cow, what size are you? 76. 60. And we want the text to be vertically centered, horizontally centered, and we will manually add our own padding so that it goes no further than about there. Unless there is a padding option. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll let it wrap. Okay, so we got some boldness. We got our font size. We got placeholder text. It should be the size of a H3, right? We need to define those too. Dang it. More typography stuff. That's colors. Those are components. I was gonna start making components. That's funny. Yeah, let's just take colors, components. Let's take components, duplicate you, scooch you. Oh, scooch you. Hello? Did I not unlock you? Oh, because you need to be moved. Wait, no, you are on top. Huh? Why can't I move you? Maybe if I drag here. What? Because this thing is locked. You there. Come with me. Typography. Okay, I'm not good at this, as a reminder. So I'm doing something wrong. Tell me. Tell me, please. Frame label. Really? I have you as a separate label? Sure. Stop misspelling typography. Alright, so I'm going to do a text that's something like paragraph body size. Not there. Oh man, I have a site that gives me how to set font sizes and stuff. Let me find that real quick. Has to be in my web design. Typography. Typespiration, that sounds right. And then I have Blue Apron in there. Why do I have Blue Apron in my typography web design favorites folder? Inspirational font combinations and color palettes. I don't think that's it. tools. New morphism is in there. That needs to be down in my web design. Okay. Type script. Forms, web color, styling and customizing file inputs. I'd probably find it faster if I just Googled it. No, I wouldn't, because I found it from a YouTube video that I was watching. And it was such good information from that video too. Typography. Helper. I don't know what it's called. Almost sounds familiar. Actually, it was Bulma. Maybe. Maybe not. Not Bulma. Dang it. Someone else told me about Bulma, though, a while ago. Dang, and then having font sizes change based off of viewing, off of device. That's crazy. But I wanna learn this. Really. Code igniter. So the thing that I'm looking for is a time to scroll through the browser history. That's the thing though. I am now, I have decided that during the stream, I'm only going to be showing this browser. Or this is Chrome, but I have a profile logged in on this browser with its own history and its own stuff. That way, if I have saved passwords and stuff and emails, and that's only in my main Chrome. But yeah, actually, why don't I check the history on that browser? Reference types or struct types in C#. Count types, tracking. How did that show up for keyword type? Type script, my financial institutions. There I go, moving my hands around. Now I'm going to be hyper aware of it. But yeah, I didn't realize just how much my hand goes from the keyboard to my face. Wow, it is not in my history. Why is my history only going back to July? I don't know. How would I describe that? So it's a thing where you put, there it is again. It's a thing where you put a number in as your base font size, and then it outputs what your different font size choice things should be. Type scale. This is definitely it. You are going to get bookmarked into bookmarks bar, UI design. And that way, if I ever need it, it's right. Yes, it's right here. Thank you so much. Okay, so you pick your base font size. This is going to be 100% 1M, which is going to be your whatever this is going to be called. And then you get all of your others. So H1, H2, 3, 4. I forget what this is. The other thing that we care about is using the actual font that we're going to use in our app. What font is that? What font do we want to use for the application? What are we currently using? Segway? How does one know? One goes to Blazor UI, Sass, Global Styles, nope, font variables. Root, because it would be font family. Root. Helvetica Nue. What? Do you have that? I'm not seeing Helvetica. Crap. Yes. It's very handy. Thank you for putting the link there. You can also tell it how you want the font size to progress. Ratio, which is a bit too much for me. So I'm either thinking minor third or major third. Kind of like minor third bestest. But anyway, I need to find out whether Figma has a font of Helvetica Nue, or however it's pronounced. I apologize if I am butchering it. Did you say butcher? You butcher I am. And I also kind of remember that you can upload your own fonts, because we're doing that with our proprietary font for the app. I don't even see where you can pick font family. How do you do it? Because I know that our designs use font. Figma, 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 Figma. Excuse me, tell me about your font. I remember picking font and needing to duplicate. Yeah, it's right here. So this enter is the font. Whoops, I found it. This enter did not look like it was something to click on. I bet you somebody was screaming at the screen, trying to scream into the past and say, yo, yo. It's right there. It's right in front of you. What are we looking for? Helvetica. No Helvetica. All right then. Let's go with Segway. And again, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, please forgive me. Feel free to correct me. See, Dukasoft is screaming it into the past. He's probably the one that told me. Segway UI. Regular. 16. So the other thing that I was looking for were the names of these actual font things. So typically you would have your basic H1, H2, 3, 4. Apparently we can go to H5. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do H1 through H5. And we'll put it in reverse order, top to bottom. Remo, water. Your water delivery is tomorrow. I need to drink a lot more water. I need to replace my water cooler water bottle by tomorrow morning. If anyone wants some water, I'd be happy to offer you some to pour you a glass. Okay. All of you up here. Drink of water. I need it right here. Is that still on screen? Yes. So what I should do is every time someone redeems Bang Water, I get it shows up right here, and I drink from that. Like it turns and moves in. That way I'm not always hitting my head against it and making a mess, because I know I would do that. Probably a better way to do this too. Like, I think I should be able to use, now that I'm doing this and almost done with it, I think that I should be able to, whoops. Use this button here that says evenly distribute vertically. And I don't like that it was that close. Right, I need to change that anyway because these guys are going to get different font sizes. So, just kidding. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. Body. H1 is supposed to be... oh, that's the other thing that I have seen that I want to learn how to do. People have specified CSS rules. Here it is, I think. Welcome to dev mode. Let's get things set up. Choose your platform, set color themes, find plugins, install extensions. Our platform is CSS. We're going to use rems, please. Our unit scale is going to be 16 as our root. Good. I'm good with this. Light and dark. Sure, Figma code to HTML. Let's grab it. And Figma to React. No need. Install. Give me the viruses. Wait, that's for VS Code. Whatever. Install anyway. It opened. It's installing. I'm trying to see chat, please. Thank you. You have a cage? I might. I mean, like, I might own one. Who doesn't? Okay. So our font size for this one is going to be, I need these side by side, please. Oh no. Mouse without borders strikes again. Here. No, you were supposed to be. Oh, come on. Why aren't you doing left? Okay, we'll just use keyboard. Can I collapse this as thin as it gets? Okay, that's fine. Actually, probably, maybe. Probably, actually. Maybe if we did it like this instead. Nope. That doesn't work. Windows down arrow key. Whatever. Go there. And then I'll do this instead. I am winning at this. Can you tell? I'm gonna beat this thing. I'm gonna be the winner. That's good enough. Just let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Okay. Font size for a H1. We're finally here. Font size for a H1. Can I edit this? I can't edit this. What's the point? Do I have to do the math myself? That's what I was trying to avoid. I don't want to do maths. It's a good thing our app has a calculator. Wait, I'm just going to use Windows Calculator. Did you say calculator? Actually, oh my gosh, it's sitting right here. I'm so good at this. Okay, so H1 is going to be 39.81. Why didn't you actually change size? Do I need to have the text selected? Well, that's dumb. Who came up with that? Scooch. I missed body. Hello, Napalm. We are still doing some UI redesign, revamp work. We're currently working on our typography. Man, this song, I love these songs. They just keep falling into it. It's like, it kind of has that oh, I can't think of the name of the song. I think it's a Jim Croce song. I did 27.65. We're now at 23.04. And then our H5 is 19.2. And then our body is 16 because that is our base size. Body / default. And then we have our caption size. Yeah, that's the thing. I need help naming what these are actually called. you're going to be 13.33, 11.1. And 9.26. Okay, so we're gonna call this one fine print. My body, your body, anybody. Thank you. We're gonna call this one. I have no idea. Maybe I can borrow, not steal. Apple has decided to send part of my signing bonus. Apparently, M3 will be coming out this year, despite popular belief. Is that insider information? Are we not supposed to know this yet? Be careful what you say on live television. Where do you? Cloud Diagnostics. Are you my font or not my font? UI proposal? No, I know what the UI proposal was. That was me that made that one. Essential items? Yes, but I don't see the actual font. Maybe if I check the magical library. Excuse me, magic library. Do you have typography? I mean, I don't have Insider, but they announced an event on 30th with hint, scary fast. It's got to be a new RAM. Wait. Okay. Subtitle large, subtitle regular. Oh, okay. So I like these names. I like caption. Caption small. And that's a really good idea too. Okay, so we're gonna group these, and this is going to be medium viewport. New Apple Pencil, 10 times faster than the old one. Allows you to write up to 10 times faster than before. Mileage may vary. $18, really? 16. Okay. All right, so we have this group, and I also need one more text inside of this group, which is going to be the header. Make the header 36. Copy right there. I've been wanting a new laptop. This might settle that. Awesome. Yeah, I've never owned a Mac computer, an Apple computer. Not a once in my life. And thank you so much for the follow. I believe that was a follow. It was. I gotta go. I still got an hour. I mean, unless you want me to leave, in which case I can go. I know that UI work is not very exciting. Well, when I do it, it's not very exciting. When you see a professional do it, it's like, what did you just, how did you do that? How did you just throw that together and be like, yeah, this should work? That's what I want to get to. Oh, I gotta get a Mac. Oh my goodness. All right. Anyway, duplicate you, scooch, duplicate it. You. You, and you. Excuse me. What? Why aren't you letting me do the selections instead? You, and you need to be centered. Porfa. And you're going to be large viewport. And you're going to be small viewport. Okay, so we did find another resource that tells us when you do, got it, different viewport sizes, they actually have 5 breakpoints. They have anything from 0 to 768 pixels, 768, 9 to 1023, 1024 to 1215, 1216. Wow. Terminal is so damn nice in Mac. I know that's such a silly thing to say, but ridiculously expensive machine for CLI. So true. That, and of course having an ARM machine would be fun. If it works, my new job driver will be a Mac too. They asked what I wanted. Your job driver? Yeah, I don't think I understand this table. And it's because I'm not reading everything else, but it sounds like they are overwriting the base font size. On various target devices based off of a breakpoint. Okay, I think that makes sense then. So the base font size for mobile will change the size variable to 3 rems from base font size only on mobile and touch. So screens up to 768 pixels will be 3 rem for their base font size. How do I represent that? I don't, that's how. So for now, we're just gonna go with this. Well, I just don't know how to size better. So if we did a medium viewport, do we still keep our font sizes the same, our base font size the same, and we just change the maximum font size and minimum font size? Yeah. Yeah, why not? I kind of like that. ARM works fine mostly, or honestly, and Microsoft did a great job with .NET support. And Gilgamesh is here. Hello, Gilgamesh. How do I double down C# learning any path you suggest? The actual double down part, and Napalm is asking for clarification on that. What do you mean double down exactly? Not to be mean, but put in the work, read, experiment, write apps, etc. So double down is a term that is essentially used to say you are increasing your personal efforts. So my suggestions for doubling down on anything is find some part of it that you can latch onto that brings you some kind of intrinsic increase in motivation. Sometimes that's even external. You might have to have someone external to you be your motivator. But most of the time, if you want to double down, you have to I recommend finding something inside of yourself that you can feed and get more out of your experience in what you're doing, because that will help you stay motivated without needing someone else to say, hey, you're doing a great job, because that doesn't happen as often, especially when it's doing something like studying or learning a new skill. I would assume people don't just come along and they're like, hey, you're doing great learning that. Good job, you. Just randomly. There's my hand in my hair. But on top of that, other resources that you can find or a path that you can go down, depending on how far you've gotten so far. I honestly don't remember your journey up to this point. But if you have already gotten that foundation for C#, start building projects. Come up with an idea for something that you would want to use and try making it. It is in the doing that you might end up learning even more. Like right now, I am doing UI design, and I'm kind of learning as I go. It would have been better if I had spent maybe at least 100 more hours on learning the concepts of UI design. The theory, the concepts. Yeah, I've never done LinkedIn courses. That's I've only ever learned through, like, I learned a little bit through Coursera, through guided courses on Coursera, but most of the time, like when I was learning Blazor, I consumed all of the content that I could from YouTube, which gave me resources like the Blazor Blazin' Pizza app. And then just anything that had to do with Blazor. I was consuming it, and then I would try things on my own until I started understanding it. Yeah, Disco knows. And then as soon as I started grasping it, then the learning experience just kept compounding on itself. So right now, I am not really grasping UI stuff yet. Like, is this a good idea, the thing that I'm about to do? Heck, who knows? So you're a minor third. What if we turned you into a major third? Yeah. So on large viewports, we're going to use a major third. It's settled. 48.83. Six. Wrong way, wrong way. 30.25. 25. 20. 16. 8. 10.24. Whoa, this thing gets small fast. So I don't think on extra large screens we want it to get that small. Or just large screens. But Napalm said, for me, I played with stuff and then eventually took an amazing C# MVC course on Pluralsight a few years back to get more formal. Sadly, the guy passed and his course isn't updated, obviously. If you're wanting to do Blazor stuff specifically, I can recommend Patrick God. He has some amazing courses. He has some free stuff on YouTube if you want to try him out first, but if you want to purchase courses, I recommend any of his courses. External, get your shiz and get C#. You're not making sentences, Deflux. I don't know if you're aware. Honestly, I start a LinkedIn course, then I get frustrated because everything they have is dated. Then I go to YouTube and the docs. Yeah, I definitely like. But that's because now you know where to start looking for stuff and what kinds of things you're looking for. I think Gilgamesh might still be in the place where he doesn't know exactly what it is that he needs to search for. And so that's why maybe doing some tutorials now and some actual projects might help you improve if you've already done foundations of C#. Because you already know object-oriented programming based off of the comment that you just posted. Yeah, I do know C++ and Java. So you know the core concepts of object-oriented programming. Now it's a matter of applying that to .NET or some technology that uses C#, in which case I recommend .NET console apps, .NET desktop apps, and .NET web apps. But you can also do Unity game design development, but that is a different mindset when you're putting together applications or games, because it's still using a different version of the language and framework than everything else. Yeah, language just becomes syntax when you get the fundamentals. Syntax and project structure. So how exactly do I create a new console application or desktop application or web application? There are so many decisions that go into that. What type of application do you want to make? So you say, I want to make a web app. Then it's like, all right, here are your 6 choices for making a web application. It's more like 4 now or something. So you got MVC, Blazor Pages, Blazor WebAssembly, Blazor Server, and when .NET 8 comes out, your massively hybrid Blazor web app. Who is Scott Allen? Asked Disco. He was a great advocate and teacher, primarily one of the first to really do .NET on Pluralsight. He passed away though from cancer a couple years back. And I don't know who you were saying you loved, Disco, whether it was Patrick God or Scott Allen, or both. In .NET 8, that's the new Blazor project type, right? But you still do have the option for, it was Scott Allen, for creating a Blazor Pages app or MVC. And then of course, if you're only wanting an API, then you have the API app. And then what technologies do you use with that? Like, I want to create a website that has dynamic data that is served from somewhere else. So now you need to understand databases potentially, or reading files from disk and getting data from them. So Gilgamesh, back to you then. The approach that I am recommending is, if you already think that you have a familiarity with the language itself, with C#, as far as the concepts for object-oriented programming, where you have classes, you have methods inside the classes, you have properties, fields, ways to instantiate things, ways to do inheritance, and the way you structure that kind of stuff. Maybe make a, there goes my scratching again. Maybe make an app of some sort. Either follow a tutorial if you don't know where to get started in making an app, so that you can see how do other people start applications. So it'll take you through file, new project, choose your application type. If you're using Visual Studio Code, then how do you use the .NET CLI to do .NET New with extra barbecue sauce. And then on small screens, we don't need as big of changes, so we'll go to a major second or something. What does this look like on a small screen? Yeah, I don't think there's enough variance in the font size if I do the smallest minor second. It's just that this still feels a little too big for a H1. That's fine, we'll go with that. They'll be fine, right? What's the worst that can happen? Okay, so on a small viewport, we got 28.8. No. How did I do that? 28.83. 5.63, 22.78. Wait, what happened? Why weren't you changing? You are 25. Did I not hit ship? What? I am so lost. And I changed the font color on that one somehow. There. Good grief. When I push period on my numpad, I am pushing enter somehow. I blame vertigo or something. 20.25. One point. Where are we? 18. Tab. 14.22. 12.64. 11.24. All right. President Not Sure is here. He says, I think he actually died of heart failure. That's neither hither nor tither. Neither here nor there. And then Napalm says, maybe you're right. But alas, too soon. Oh. Someone else to put in my multi-stream. You there. You take the top left slot. Yes. I will say it is someone that is good friends with BMO. That is not BMO. Okay, anyway, we're going to go with this as our as our font sizing typography stuff for now, until we change our minds. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine. Leave it. That said, this needs to be our H1. So I need to create styles from these, which is a button that is right here. And we're going to call this H1 large viewport. And we're going to call this H1 medium viewport. H1 small. Or do I really want to type viewport over and over? Maybe there's another way that I can do this. You there. H2. Large viewport. Let's copy large viewport. Wait, am I not actually creating them yet? I don't think I'm actually creating it. I'm just searching for it. I need to push the plus sign. H1 large viewport. Ops. All right, and then we can shift tab, and we can do a plus, and we can do H2 large viewport, shift tab, U plus. There we go. Helium large viewport. U plus H4 large viewport. Is this really a good idea? I don't know. I don't know. I hope it is. H5 large viewport. Nope. Plus sign. And then body slash do I actually want to call this body slash default? Yes, actually I do. I want to call this global default. All right, Napalm, thank you so much for being here, for contributing, for being awesome. Really enjoyed having you here. Arigato, momiji. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. What else we got? We got caption. Do I want to call this caption large or just caption? I think caption is fine. U plus caption, large viewport. Shift tab plus caption small. And the reason that doing it this way might be helpful for us is if we decide that we want to change, for example, the smallest it can get on a large screen to make it bigger than that. Or maybe we even want the body default size to be bigger. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we can change it in one place and it'll affect everything, everywhere, all at once. Fine print. Cool. Is there an easy way to make this happen? I don't think so. I just have to kind of. Did I not actually do a create for that last one? I don't think I did a create for the last one. I did. Oh, thank goodness. Good. Good. And it cycles through it. It doesn't take me to the next one. It's annoying. Plus sign. All right. I'm going to not talk while I do this so that I don't mess up as often. So he says, and then he's going to mess up. Or just keep talking. Keep talking and no one dies. No one explodes. Whatever it is. H4. That was H5. Did I just overwrite H4? Edit style. Cool, you can rename them. Very cool. I liked it that. Your global default, you're gonna stay. I just wish there was a way to make these relative to another one. Like the way you do with SAS with rems and ems and characters and pickles. Caption. Oh, you know what? Now would be a good time to do the non-background music. I'm almost done as it is. Small viewport. Oh, come on. It's because um, I get there someday. Really, really hope I did not mess that one up. All right, you're good. You're good. 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 Duck, 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 duck. Right. Hatch 2. Hatch 3. Hatch 4. Hatch 5. I know how to spell 5. Global default. Oh no. And now my focus is over there. Put focus back over there. Caption. caption small. And I hope at least one of you has been watching, because I have no idea if I have any typos in the naming of the stuff. And if you have not, I'm completely okay with that too. I don't like forcing people to anything ever. Okay, we have our text. So now we can use our textuses here, for example. And we'll do this on medium screen. That is rather massive for a header on a card. What size are you? 36. And this one is 39. So do I want to make the base size of the card a little bit bigger? I think it'll be fine. I don't know. What is the answer? Like, again, I'm questioning whether I am doing this in a good way or not. So the goal here is after I'm done creating these, I'll select them. I'll push the magic button that is up here. Right click. Create component. Yeah, that button. And what that should do is turn. It didn't. Okay, so what I was expecting it to do was turn the naming up here into properties for the component. So my naming actually needs to be something more like slashes, I think. And then I don't know if the equal sign works with this naming convention. So it's more like a path that you're putting, that you would put, that gets put, that words. You, and you. Create a component. Still no? Yeah, so I don't think the equal signs work either. Great, great. So I'm gonna have to make the properties themselves. Type header footer. And it's just gonna say property 1, property 2, property 3, I think. Create component. Still no. What? Okay. Create Figma. Create components from instance. Yeah, create component variants from instances. Naming. I think we can make you bigger again. Each slash in a component name will create another level in the hierarchy. This makes it easier to navigate. Oh, is it that there's no space? Figma will create a new property for every slash. I think it's because there's no space. And then if I wanted to name it then, would I also be able to do that with this slash? Okay. So number one is we need to, actually, I'm going to try to undo back to getting the equal signs in there and just get rid of the spaces. Maybe that'll let me name the properties at the same time as creating them. Because I know that that's how the comma syntax works. What do you say? Kind of looks like no. Yeah. SDM. Wrong one. And finally, the one that actually shows it working. Why not? I did it the way that it told me to. Didn't I? I'm trying to alt tab, but it's in the same window. Okay. You said I only hear what I want to. Component name slash property one value slash property two value slash property three value. So maybe it only works when you're turning one instance into a component or one whatever you're selecting into a component. And you can't select multiple, but I could have sworn that that's how I did the other one. So Control Alt K. Yeah, still, it did not give me the properties using the slash. I don't get it. Like, I really, really remember making a whole bunch of just regular, what are these called? Objects. We'll call them objects. Making regular objects and then somehow combining them into variants. So maybe if I did it this way, I turned both of those into components first, then I combine as variants. And now is where it gives me the property stuff. Okay. So let's see if the equal signs, again, let me name the properties first before doing that. So Control K. Oops. Control K. Select. Combine as variants. Card base. Nope, still says property one equals type equals. And they have invalid names. Okay, well, there you go. Now I know. In order to create variants that will automatically assign their properties, you have to first turn each of your individual thingies that you're making, individual objects, into components, and then combine them as variants using the naming convention. But the other thing that I think is also true is after you do this, so we turn you into a component, we turn you into a component, we turn you into a combined group. If we change the property name here, it updates in both places. Good. 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 And then if I wanted to create an instance, that's not how you do that. Use this button up here. We say, give me a card base. And we say it has a header. Why is the header the, oh, because that's the only one that has a true false value, a toggle value, on off. Okay, good. So we'll continue then. Wait, now I have to Control Z a lot to uncomponentize them. Or maybe I didn't know. They're hard to manage. All right. I think we're getting somewhere. I promise we are. All right. So you're going to be false, false, true. And we now need to start naming these. You're going to be header. Right. And what I think I'm going to do is set it so that header is turned hidden in these cases. Like so. Header. Footer. Okay. And then that should make it easier to work with. Yeah. I hope so. Excuse me. I was trying to duplicate. I don't want to do it that way. And you need to be bottom aligned. And so what this over here is doing for me is if I stretch and shrink the container, then that text area will remain stuck where it's supposed to be. Text area, text input, text object. Why are words hard? Whoops. Excuse me. What? Oh, because it's not visible. Okay. Oh my goodness. We got this. That's header. That's footer. That's the wrong one. Whatever. It's just getting hidden anyway. Okay, so I want some more magic for these. So I don't know why I did it that way. I need a better plan. That's what I need. So for the header area, I'm going to group that and I'm going to put a line, I think. That line is going to go, let's work in this one. All the way across, do we think? And we're going to make it something like, I don't know, GG. 555, which is the same as just 555 at 60. I'm going to delete you and delete you now that we actually have header and footer in the same thing. Footer is also going to have a line. Like so. And I don't know why I did it that way. We're just going to duplicate this one. Move it down to there. Beautiful. We have a card now. We fixed it. It's done. Ship it. And then we put you and you together. You and you together. Call you header. Call you header text. Call you footer. Footer border. Header border. And footer text and footer. Okay, what else can we have on and off? On a card, we can have something like a dismiss button. It's going to be all true, actually. So let's put a dismiss button in the header. But that would mean that if dismiss button is on, then header is on as well. But I don't want that. Therefore, dismiss button is going to be its own thing. And we're going to use, are there any built-in shapes that are just X's? No? Okay. We're going to use a text and we're going to find an ASCII times symbol, not ASCII, Unicode. Unicode multiply. But I need one that's going to be in the center. That is center. Good. Texto. Pasta. Ready. Center, center. And font size. Fine print. Too small. Caption. Caption medium viewport. Why didn't that look like it made a difference? That still looks super duper tiny. Default. Global, 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 global. I keep moving my head in when all we have to do is zoom in. Okay, so I'm not really liking the sizing of the, that works. That works for me. Okay, so we can have a dismiss button. I'll go on and off. And some body text. Some body text. The end. Which is going to be our default, global default for sure. And then we're going to give it a padding and margin, like so. Okay, so you really are H1. That does not seem much bigger than body text. Maybe we should make the body text for a card caption sized. Then again, that's one of those things that I would want to be able to customize when we use the component itself. Right. You need to be top right. Yeah, good. Good. Why is this? Oh, because that's the size of it. Make you 16 by 16. Yes. How may I help you? Okay. Um, for now, we'll make. Oh, did font color? Yeah. Okay. So font color was not part of um, any of these things. That means that we can set the font color ourselves. So for now, we're just going to leave it on this color, but we will use the. Did I already make one? Text dark. I did. So never mind. We're going to use text dark. Cool. All right. How are we doing? Confused. Thank you for asking. Right. And I've always had a struggle with this. Should these actually be left aligned? Was that part of the, oh, that's why. Was that part of the font style? No, we can actually change that. The thing that would be cool is if we could modify other things like the actual font size in the instance. We'll find out if that's a thing. Okay, anyway, I want you all to be left aligned with each other. and maybe have a little bit more of a padding to about there. Why does body still feel like it's not quite aligned? Yeah, so that's definitely something that I'm still curious about, where I have seen tutorials and UI training material that says left align your card stuff. Stop it with this whole centering the top on the body. I mean, unless you're going to center the whole thing, I guess, but I I need to learn more about that. Help. And I guess if we're left aligning that, then I don't want this to, I still do want it to grow and shrink with the card, right? Cool. All right, so I also saw something else that needs to be told. Left and right, please. And then you stay top and you stay bottom. Okay, how about now? Good. Good. All right. So the other thing that I struggle with is I remembered that I wanted to create something like a templated card, but with that templated card, be able to change the header content, footer content, and body content to include something like images or buttons, for example. And I'm kind of interested to see if we can find a way to do that. All right. I would like to see you on a bright background. And we need to change a few things. So we need the card background to be one of our stock colors, which is going to be none of them because I don't have a background color, a card background color. So if I were to use what we currently have, that looks like it's just using our body background. This one's a little lighter, and this one is also body background. Neat. What is your background? 03060A. None of them. Why did I make color palettes if I'm not using any of the colors? Okay. We're gonna use color. Wait. Where am I? You. I'm trying to select this. We want this color to be 03060A. Huh? Colors are hard work, it seems. Yeah. Only a little. And then we're going to have text light for you. Text light for you. Text light for you. But your background, once again, because we're using background color, Do you have a background color? You do. I'm gonna put you on top of that. Right, a stroke color. So the other thing that we need is dark mode versus light mode. So these three things that we have up here essentially. Um, actually, oh my gosh, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot of stuff that I'm wanting to customize. So what is your stroke color? Your stroke color is whatever that color is at 37% specifically. So you get a stroke of this 37. Shush. Okay. And then your shadow is actually a highlight, which is on the this. Of this color at 25%. And that's going to be it. Okay. So this is going to be hard base. We'll just call it card. This is called base because it is going to be the one that is just header, body, footer with text everywhere. There's going to be a question dialogue and there's going to be a message dialogue version of them that will have one or two buttons in the footer with the option for having a header. But we also want light versus dark. And then neuromorphic versus flat. And then this dark, it might even be one of many color themes instead. So what would this look like for our next steps? I'm just going to preview what we're going to try to do with this. I think this is a good foundation for, I forgot my dismiss button, a good foundation for it. But we'll duplicate many times. And so this one is going to be with neither header nor footer. And that will look like header is invisible, footer is invisible, body text. How did you shrink so much? You're supposed to, oh, floppy pants. Dang it. Or we duplicate. Body text. Dang it. Okay. Body text, you need to keep your left and right, up and bottom, please. Thank you. Toot toot, choo choo, toot toot. All right, so once again, false, false. True, false. False, true. And I guess true, true. Like, I don't know if it knows how to mix and stuff. Okay, so true, true is already done. False, false is you're gone, you're gone. Body text takes up the entirety of the inside of the card from some spot beneath the dismiss button. True, false is header only. Which means that the body is going to take up the rest. False true is footer only. Which means the body is going to take up this amount of space. And like I said, this last one is already there. Then we also need a version of all of these. Next to each other. Dang it. Can I move you all like here? Yes. Okay. And they will have, like, there's a way to rename all of them at the same time, but they're all going to have false for the dismiss button. Like show. And we're going to take you. Oh, I guess we just click on it. You, and you with no dismiss button. And that's it. That's all we do. And then we take all of these and then we duplicate them again. And then we make the nomorphic version and we make the color themes. So that would be double this amount for nomorphic. And then once we have all of those, double that one again for light mode. And then we turn each of them into component, 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 component. And we group them together and we create a combine as variants. And then we have highly customizable cards. So that's where we're heading. I'm going to leave it at that for now. If anyone has any suggestions for how to have a better process for this, then please let me know. But that's going to be it for the stream today. Thank you for hanging out with me. Hand goes to head again. I'm going to count the number of times I do that. Hopefully one day we'll have more fun stuff to do. But for now, for those of you that think UI design and stuff is fun, I don't mean to offend you. I do hope that you still enjoy yourself as well. Okay, that's it though. I don't see too many people streaming today. BitGamey is streaming again, but we did rate him yesterday, which I don't mind rating him again if that's who you guys want to go to. Sedalix is also streaming, and I enjoy his streams too. They're fun times, so if you want to head over there, we can go there. Otherwise, if nobody says anything, then I'll choose the one we haven't rated in a while. Thank you for the stream, Deflex. As soon as we are done, words. I will be posting the VOD, a recording of this video, to the YouTubes no sooner than 24 hours after I end the stream. And hopefully I can just get that scheduled to go out by the end of today, or you know what I mean. Do all of the work needed to get it published by so that it shows up tomorrow. That's it. I don't know. I can't word. Anyway, feel free to join us on Discord. If you have any suggestions for how I can improve my UI redesign process, please help. Um, yeah, I'm terrible at this. And the lion is not from a zoo. This is true. But other than that, I'll be back again on Friday. Friday will be community day where we will just hang out, chat, talk about technology stuff, and hopefully have some good conversations going. And I will most likely have the Figma page open as well and tinkering at it on it, doing the duplicating and duplicating until everything is duplicated. I'm going to try to watch some Figma design videos and some overall UI design videos between watching people streams and lurking. But I'm still waiting. So, anyway. Oh, yeah. Sedalix's channel is marked as for mature audiences. So, if you're not into that, then off the train. Otherwise, I think it's only marked as that so that he can. Thank you so much. So that he can curse all he wants and yeah, not have to worry about it. Anyway, ciao for now. Why did my music stop? Don't know. Okay. See you later.